G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. Like, comment, subscribe, and yes, you are here today because Super Rugby 2025 has just kicked off with a rivalry, with an old school rivalry in the land of Aotearoa, and that is the mighty Crusaders versus the Hurricanes. And yes, you know, I've been pretty busy these days, to be honest. I was not hyped for this game at all. I had a look at the lineup pre-game, and it was looking like it was going to be a pretty one-sided affair for the home team, the Crusaders. The Crusaders had like 200 something test caps, and All Blacks test caps, and Hurricanes had like 20 or something, with like 50 Wallabies test caps on the bench with James O'Connor. And that's you know, I was not expecting much. And you know, Super Rugby is a very special tournament, and especially the New Zealand side of the game. It's just always entertaining, and it took only 3 minutes. Only 3 minutes to put a massive smile on my face. This game, oh, it was so good. Oh, it was so good. Scotty Rugby Barrett was sent off in just 3 minutes for the kickoff. Crusaders was under the pump on the get-go, and they were just like giving away penalties left and right. And sure enough, after the referee has given a warning, is none other than the All Blacks captain himself, laying on the wrong side of the rock and getting himself sent off. Oh, it was so good. It was so funny. I was actually just thoroughly entertained by that one. You know, for Scotty's birthday, I think somebody should just go to him with a box of yellow and red cards as a gift, because that'll be the best birthday present for Scotty Barrett, I reckon. But yeah, that was thoroughly entertaining, and then it turned out the Hurricanes wasn't that outgunned by the Crusaders. Cameron Roigard did really well. Earlier, the Hurricanes was leading 14 points to 0 with Scotty Barrett in the and yeah, a lot of really surprised. I mean, the Hurricanes did really well, really physical. Without Jordie Barrett, maybe lacked a little bit of the kicking there, but I thought Roigard managed the game quite well, and the Hurricanes brought out of physicality up front. Brad Shield was leading the 4-pack quite physically, and I think that the backline, without Jordie Barrett, Nahola was able to find some space there as well, and overall wasn't too bad. It was they hung in there for like all the way till the end before the Crusaders finally put away with their 50. Oh wait, did I say 50 test caps for the Hurricanes? 50 test caps for the Crusaders. Sorry, for the Wallaby Crusaders. And then yeah, before the Wallaby Cavs came on and finally won the game for the Crusaders. You know, that's my opinion. You know, Rabbit pursuing his dream, returning his parents' homeland. Both his parents were born in New Zealand, and so he's actually potentially pursuing a Rocky IV-esque career in New Zealand, making a comeback, but debuting for the All Blacks potentially. So if he has a really good season this year, it is completely open for him to potentially get one cap, just one test cap in the black jersey, and that'll be really nice. I think he might have to wait a little bit longer till maybe the end of the year in November series for him to be actually able to play for the All Blacks, because I think he played for the Wallabies just about 2 years ago, two and a half years ago. He needs 3 to be able to play, but to make the switch. But very exciting. And he came on, set up a try as well, almost immediately. Rabbit, he missed the goal, the penalty goal, a little bit. Not penalty goal, a conversion. But I thought, yeah, you know, he should have got that one from the sideline. His kicking, you know, technique and everything has been pretty solid for his entire career. I was not expecting him to miss that, but it was a bit windy. It was a little bit windy there, so it might have played into that. But overall, that was pretty good to see Rabbit making his debut for the Crusaders. Another outstanding performance tonight for the Crusaders as well. David Havili, he was absolutely outstanding. He's fulfilling that second playmaker role out of the 12 jersey. Some nice little kicking, and also really good carry game, busting through the advantage line, offloads, just really physical. Something that I haven't seen from him last season. So he was really well. Severies, a lot of space given to him, and then I think finally, the most amazing debut of all time, maybe. Preston, what's his name? What's his first name? Preston, the number 9 from the Crusaders, coming off the bench. Kyle Preston immediately scored 3 tries on his debut. He wasn't supposed to come off with too much game time, but Noah Hawthorne was taken off early, about 10 minutes into the game, and then Preston had to play 70 minutes and scoring 3 tries, absolutely dominating. Just showed a lot of like, initiative and not a lot of like good decision making, quick decision making, and a lot of boldness and courage to take those decisions and yielding 3 tries and just really really good, really impressive. Just absolutely blown away how good he performed out there. Especially he's up against Cameron Roygaard, many to be probably the best number 9 in the world, one of the best number 9s in the world, maybe just below Anton Dupont, that sort of level. And he didn't hit. Preston was not out of the league at all for the Crusaders, despite being a bench player this today. Another interesting thing is that Crusaders has some guy with an Asian name, Xiao Fun. I was utterly confused because I kept hearing his name during the broadcast, and I was like trying to find out the Asian looking guy on the field. I couldn't see one, and I looked at him up. He's actually a New Zealand born white guy. But yeah, Xiao Fun is apparently a big white lock New Zealand guy from plays for the Crusaders. So yes, I don't know why. Anyway, let me know what's the origin of this name, but I have never heard of a name Xiao Fun before, other than Asian Chinese heritage names like that. But anyway, let's move on. So yeah, outside of that, the scrum was actually quite even. I thought the Crusaders, despite having the All Blacks scrum essentially not really doing much to overpower the Hurricanes, and yeah, it was pretty good game overall. Let's take a look at the match stats. 5 tries to 3. This was a very, very New Zealand style of rugby. Not much kicking. Just both teams were happy to attack from pretty much anywhere on the field. We saw a lot of running out of their own 22 style of gameplay for both teams. And yeah, very entertaining. Lots of physical running game. Lots of good ball handling. Lots of razzle dazzle. And then Justin Marshall called for a scrum, which I was like, respect that, Marshy. You've been watching rugby and not rugby league. I respect that. And then, yeah, so 456 run meters for Crusaders, 432 for the Hurricanes, 4 tries to 3. 9 turnovers conceded for the Crusaders, 7 against Hurricanes. Pretty decent defense for the Crusaders tonight, 132, 21 missed tackles, 124 for the Hurricanes, 33 missed tackles. A lot of these missed tackles probably ballooned in the second half when the Crusaders, I guess, the bench came on. 17 kicks for the Crusaders, 19 for the Hurricanes. Like very minimal kicking. 354 kick meters to 474. Very low kick meters as well. International Test rugby, you will see like 800 to 1,000. If the All Blacks playing close to 800 minimum usually. Even last season it's pretty high kicking numbers these days, and so that's just shows you the style of New Zealand rugby they like to play. Only 1 line-out lost for the Crusaders that was not straight, and 2 line-out lost for the Hurricanes. Some disruption from the Crusaders yielded some results there. Scrum's quite even, like I said, no one had an advantage. Discipline-wise, outside of that burst of repeated penalties at the beginning for the Crusaders, everybody kind of just fell into settle down a lot, and there was not too much penalties were given away for either teams. 9 overall, 8 overall for the Crusaders, 8 overall for the Hurricanes, and 1 yellow card for Scotty Barrett, the Scotty Barrett, the All Blacks captain. I thought it was really good as well. Both teams weren't just kicking for 3 points every opportunity they had. There were a number of early opportunities for both teams to kick 3, and they just went for the line out and yielded for some very entertaining tries. And yeah, just big thumbs up for New Zealand rugby there as well. But there's this massive rivalry. So let's have a look at the quick recap of the game. Yeah, 3 minutes in, Scotty, the yellow card barrier was sent off. 6 minutes into the game, there was some really tie runners from the from the Hurricanes. They had a penalty that didn't go for the 3 points. They went for the line out. Just lots of like one-off crash balls. Good rhythm from the Hurricanes defense. Essentially, Devery crashed over for the first try. 7 points to 0 for the Hurricanes. 14 minutes into the game, a lot of repeated penalties. Again, Hurricanes had another chance. They went for the line out. Some nice hands from one side of the field to the other, and back from left to the right and back to the left. And then there was some really good hands between the players, some really good running from the Hurricane centers as well, Umang and Jensen, and then eventually a nice ball to Jacob. Debris again goes in for the second try, 14 points to 0. 20 minutes into the game, finally the Crusaders find themselves a little bit of rhythm. Again, a nice inside ball from Havili, I think this was. There was 2 inside runners, and then there was like one of them was Will Jordan, the actual ball receiver, ran straight through a gap, and then he linked up with his new halfback, Preston, winning for the first try and his debut try, 7 points to 14. 24 minutes into the game, there was again just Crusaders getting themselves into the rhythm, starting getting that big forwards rolling through with lots of pick and goes, lots of big leg drives, and eventually 19 phases against the Hurricanes try line before they went in for a try. 14 points to 14 for the Crusaders, and it was Colin Grace that crashed over. 24 minutes of the game. 33 minutes of the game, there was a penalty with halftime approaching. The Hurricanes, after being pummeled for quite a bit, decided to take 3 points, 17 points to 14. Just before halftime, there was some really nice play from the Hurricanes. Good hands from one side of the field to another, just utilizing a lot of the width of the field. Eventually, the ball came back to the left side, and Kini Naholo dunked the ball into the corner. 44 points to 22 going to halftime. There was an early penalty in the second half to the Crusaders. They did not take, to the Hurricanes. They didn't take the 3. They went for the line out, but it was stolen. But I do, appreciate the attempt there. 48 minutes into the game, it looked like the Severis has gone in for a try, but David Havili had a ton of the knock on going into the contact. 52 minutes into the game, Justin Marshall asked for a scrum, which was really good. 54 minutes, there was a nice little chipped over the top by David Havili to Will Jordan, who recovered the ball, and Jordan linked up with long ball to Severis, and Reese down the sideline, chipped the ball back in field, and then Preston followed that up under the post. Beautiful try. 2 kicks in the play, 21 points to 22. Crusaders still down by 1. 57 minutes into the game, the Hurricanes looking quite desperate. They went for a 50-meter penalty attempt, missed this one. 61 minutes into the game, there was again another break by Severis down the sideline. He threw the ball back in field. Looked like there was a try, but the referee said the throw back in field was forward, even though it clearly came back. The hand backwards was a little bit weird there. 65 minutes into the game, Rabbit was on the field. He threw a nice little short ball to Jordan, who cut through, and then there was some nice hands down the side to Severis, who ran down the side straight through, juked a few people in the goal. Planted the ball under the goalpost for James O'Connor to kick that one. 28 points to 25. Crusaders pulled themselves ahead. 74 minutes into the game, the Hurricanes had another opportunity. 74 minutes of the Crusaders again. They had a penalty for 3 points, but they're only leading by 3. So if you kick the 3, the Hurricanes can still win with this, with a converted try. So Crusaders decided to go for the Juggernaut. Something that, like I said, the All Blacks probably should have had some decision making like this. So Crusaders went for the line out, and then they just pounded the try line. Again, Preston, the number 9, little looked up, little dummy, and went straight in for the try. Pick and go for the try. Hat trick. James O'Connor missed this one, 33 points to 25, but Hurricanes still needed to score twice to win this, including a try. 76 minutes immediately from the kickoff, the Hurricanes had a penalty. This was right in front, a little bit far, like 40 meters out, but it missed. So yeah, then that was pretty much it. Now once that was missed, the Crusaders pretty much cannot lose. There wasn't enough time for Hurricanes to score twice anymore. And that was it. Crusaders 33, Hurricanes 25. Great opening match. And let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, do you think James O'Connor is going to be playing for the All Blacks at some point in the future? Let me know your thoughts. Cheers.